What's up, church? 5 Philippi. Let's get going. Chapter 4. Man, I hope this has been a good time for you and this has been useful to you. It's been good for me to study with you, even though we're not really with. I want to remind you from chapter 4, last time we met, which was yesterday. The Lord is at hand. The Lord is at hand. And so the reason why we are to rejoice in the Lord always, and again he says rejoice, is because the Lord is at hand. This is also the reason why he says the next thing, the negation that needs to happen in our life, the thing that needs to be taken away. We rejoice. Why? The Lord's at hand. We are not to have anxiety or be anxious. Why? Because the Lord's at hand. Let me read that, and then we'll talk about anxious or anxiety for a few minutes. The Lord is at hand, verse 6. Do not be anxious about anything. That's a command. Just like I'm going to command you to be a joyful church, I'm also going to command you to stop worrying. Stop being an anxious people. Stop biting your spiritual fingernails. The Lord is in control. The Lord is sovereign. The Lord is in control. Just trust in Him. Anxiety will steal your joy. What if will steal your joy? Worrying about children will steal your joy, not just in the Lord, but the joy of your children, the joy of time, of what God is doing in your life. If you're always wondering what's going to happen next, and I know that's hard. That's why Paul writes it in the Bible, because it's hard for this church. Don't be anxious about anything. So, what are the things that the Philippian church would be anxious about that might rob them of their joy? I think 4 things. Maybe you can think of more. Number 1, Paul's in prison. Their friend, the one they love and care for, he's in prison. Could lose his head at any minute. This could be it. Will I see my friend again? Will we be able to fellowship again? Will we be able to get together and sing hymns and psalms and spiritual songs together? Will we be able to have our Bible study again together? There's anxiety. When will this happen? What if? There's anxiety. That's within relationship. There's also another anxiety within relationship. Epaphroditus, who delivered the gift to Paul from the church. Remember his illness? We didn't really talk a whole lot about that, but he's been ill to the point of death. And God had mercy on him, Paul said. But they could be anxious about him, about his sickness. Is he going to die? He's really important in this church. What if he goes? What do we do then? Who fills Epaphroditus' place? They could also be anxious about... the third thing they could be anxious about is what comes from the outside of the church. Look out for the dogs, the evildoers, those who mutilate the flesh. They could be anxious about the pressures from the outside. They could be working for some of these people who are putting the pressure on them. The people who are really upright and religious, and it's Jesus plus other stuff, and how dare you think it's by grace alone? You've got to do this and this and this. They're feeling pressure. What if I've gone too far? What if I haven't thought enough about Jesus today? What if? There's anxiety there. And then maybe there's even anxiety over, remember the 2 ladies we talked about, the conflict in the church? Maybe that's disrupting the church unity and the church fellowship and the church friendship. And there's anxiety there. What if this never gets worked out? How do we work this out? I don't know what to do. What if there's anxiety there, and what he's calling them to do is know the Lord is at hand, know he's sovereign. And that doesn't mean we don't do anything. That does mean we do something. It means we rejoice in the Lord. The cure for anxiety is the command to rejoice in the Lord. The way not to worry, the way not to be consumed by anxiety, the anxiety of COVID-19 or your health, or what if the kids do this, or what if this happens, is to rejoice in the Lord, because He is at hand. He will set all things right. So don't be anxious about anything. Next time we'll get together, we'll flesh out what that even looks like in our daily lives. Love you, church.